Hi everyone, I'm Farmer Jolly and welcome back to our Let's Play series on Oakbridge Farm. Now, it's an unexpected episode of Oakbridge today. I was meant to be and planning to record and release an episode on the vintage farm, but for some reason, every time it got to 100% loaded, I could click enter to start and it just wouldn't do anything. So I've reverted back to Oakbridge, and I'm thinking it's a mod conflict, so I'm going to have a go through and see if I can figure out what's stopping it from loading, and hopefully we will be back on the vintage farm next week. But there's a lot that we've got to do on Oakbridge, so I thought we might as well have a go at that today. So it is quite late in the month. At the end of the last episode, we were in the middle of the three ridiculously big and time-consuming contracts for, I think it was the carrots and parsnips. They took forever. We had the time on ×1, and we're normally playing on ×5, and that's what it's back to now. So the time was on ×1, and it's already about 7 o'clock in the evening. It took so long. We still have our own harvester, and we've not collected the contract yet. But I just wanted to try and get a little bit of the baling done, because we've got this massive field to get baled, to get the hay bales done. I have also, aside from finishing those contracts, like I say, we've not collected them, but the machines that we leased are back at the dealership. Our machine that we've purchased through hire purchase is back and in the shed, and I've managed to, it took quite a long time, but I've managed to get the ridiculously big forage mixer that we bought quite a few episodes ago now. Managed to get that in a position that will work and not, hopefully, not be in the way too much. So at least we can start making some TMR in this episode. But I don't know when our I wish we had crops plural, but we've only got 2 fields, and one of them is this grass field. So I don't know when our crop is ready to be harvested, but we don't actually have a combine, so that is going to be a bit of a challenge if it's in the next episode. But we'll get this pass, or these 2 passes finished, and we'll then quickly collect the contract money. We're going to have to sleep because it's just so dark. It's difficult to see what we're actually doing. So we're going to have to continue with this in the next month. But at least we've got some bales. So if we desperately need to feed the cows and buffalo, we can. We need to check how our buffalo are doing, actually, because we've not seen them for a couple of episodes now. But there is a lot to be done. So we'll get, like I said, we'll get to the end of this row and we will see, we'll collect the contract money. We've got about 92,000 in the bank at the moment. Even though they took ages, it might be worth keeping on to our harvester, because I think it was about £40,000 profit we got after we sold all the parsnips and completed the contract. It was a ridiculous amount, and that wasn't even at the best time, so it might be worth holding on to it. So I'm not going to sell it straight away, but let me know down in the comments, should we keep the massive harvester that we've bought in the last episode, or should we get rid of it? Yeah, let me know. So anyway, let's jump in here and collect these. We've got nearly 25,000, 11,000 and just over 11,000. So let's collect that, and collect that. And we've got £139,590 in the bank. That is amazing. That, and we've still got our own field to harvest, which it's not going to be ready in this month. That is a relief. It is canola. When is canola ready? We've got plenty of time. That is good. Have we got anything that we can sell? We've got quite a lot of wood products. The silage would get us a load of money, but we're going to need to keep that actually for the TMR. So we'll sleep until 7:30. There's just so much that we've got to get done. We've got, like I said, we've got to feed the animals. So, yeah, we've still got quite a decent chunk of money. Are there any contracts that we can look at doing? There are a couple of cultivating contracts. Cotton. And sugar beet. The cotton might be quite fun. That's something a bit different. I am tempted to take that out and do it off screen because it is, I mean, £60,000, and we've got the equipment because it's red beets and ours can do red beets. I will have a think. We might take that out towards the end of the episode, but I think the sugar beet, but definitely the cotton, we will accept that, and we will see, because I mean, nearly £50,000 for doing something we don't normally do will be amazing. Did I hire the machines? I really hope I hired those machines. Oh no. I think we can save it. Right. We don't have the contract that we can't do, but it hasn't unfortunately come back. But we have, there are a couple that have come up. So we've taken those. We've got a cultivating contract, which even though we've got big machines, we borrowed their machines, and we've taken out the sugar beet contract because they're going to give us quite a good amount of money. So we need to get this baling all finished so that we can make a start on our contracts. Right, well, we are getting there slowly. It's taken quite a while, but we are definitely getting there. We've done... Okay, obviously I didn't reset the bale count because I don't think we've done 58 bales so far. But that is a lovely view. Oh, we are starting to go offline. There we go. Now, I've been having a think. See, driving towards this field, I've been thinking about what we can do with it because the cattle don't go in there, and I think it's going to be quite an awkward one if we try to bale it or turn it into any grass product. But we've got cows that produce milk, we've got the buffaloes that produce milk, and we've got goats that are producing milk. I've said it before, I think a dairy would be a good idea. I don't know how much it's going to cost, but obviously I don't want it too far away from any of the animals, and that grass field might be ideal because we can use that for our productions. We can put the dairy there. If we can get a tailor shop for the wool, we can put that there. We have got other places, but I think there would be ideal to start with because it's not, as I said, it's not too far away. So obviously we've got the contracts that we need to get done, but I'm going to quickly finish this field, and it shouldn't now take us too much longer. What have we got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 passes left. So I'll get these done, and then before we start the contracts, we will have a quick look at how much a dairy will be. Right, well, we have finished baling. We've brought the Massey over, not the Massey, the JCB, and I said Massey because there is a Massey Ferguson tractor in the sale. That's why I said Massey. We've brought the JCB over, we've unloaded the baler just by the massive static feeder so that we can get that going. I've realised we're not producing any slurry because we've not given the cows any straw. But let's have a quick look. And I was going to have a look for the production, but I just saw this, which is the Case Terraflex, and so it's the mod. Let's see if we can find that really quickly. This. So that might be a good combine to go for, but we don't need it just yet. So let's leave that before I start buying things I don't need. Is it a factory? That's the bakery, carpentry, dairy. 210,000. Is there another dairy? A sawmill, spinnery, sugar mill, tailor, rope. There is another dairy. Yeah, that's also 210,000. Soup factory. Ooh. There's a small dairy for 36,000, but it says it takes sugar. These might be perfect for us because we can even make oil. And we can get the spinnery as well. So, and it's absolutely tiny. That's perfect. So is there a gate here? Yes. So I think we can, let's rotate that. Let's go snapping on. Now where are we going to put this? I think in line with this fence. How 16 is the cheapest. Let's do it. Let's build that there. And how does it look? It's actually not too bad. So we just need to put a track in now. We got gravel. concrete. There's a lot of concrete, animal mud, gravel. So can we make that a bit bigger? Yes. Oh, even bigger. I think we want to go there and there we go. We can go round. So I think we'll connect this straight up like that. And from about here, we can just curve that in like that. And we might want to go out this way, so let's just neaten that off a bit. Now should we keep that little bit of grass? No, there's not really much point. It's just... So that is a massive area, but at least we can get vehicles in nice and easily. Try and make it a bit neater. There we go. So that works quite well. And if we can actually even use this to put more sheds down if we need. That's amazing. I really can't believe we got that lucky. £36,000 for a dairy. That is amazing. Let's go and have a look at it. So this is obviously where we tip our stuff, and this is where it comes out. So buffalo milk just needs buffalo mix. We get bottled. Oops. That. Okay, so we can do that. We can even do butter, cheese. We can't do the chocolate because that needs sugar. So we can do everything except for chocolate. That is amazing. That's going to be a massive, massive help. So let's jump over to our contract machines. Oh no, that's good, it's not running. So we're going to start off with this, because the plan will be, we've never used this before, this tractor. I don't think we've used this cultivator, but that does look good. So the plan is that we are going to take this over to field 17, which isn't too far away. We will get the headlands done, and then we can set it off on a worker. If we can get out yet. How have I not crashed this tractor? I really thought this would be the tractor that we crashed. So it's going to take us quite a bit of time to get to field 17 at 15 miles an hour, but we'll get there. We will get the headlands done, set it off on a worker, and then we can make a start on the sugar beet harvest. Right, we've made a start on the headlands, and I think we've done this field before, but it's going to take a decent amount of time to get the headlands done. We can go at about 9 miles an hour, which isn't bad with the size of this this plough or this cultivator, but it's still going to take us a decent amount of time. So like I say, the plan is get these headlands done. There's 2 of them to get done, and then we can set the worker off and we can jump straight back into the massive sugar beet harvester. which luckily doesn't have to go too far down the road, and get that second contract done. Actually, if I just set this up on cruise control, are there any other contracts that we can look at doing? No, that's the parsnip one that has come back. But there is another cultivating one just next to where we are, actually. And it's a decent amount of money. So we are doing a cultivating. Yes, we are. As it is, as we are working here and it's there, we are going to accept that. And we've already crashed. That's the only problem with looking at the contract menu. So well, like I say, we'll get this field done first and then we will do the other field. So let's crack on and get this field done. Right, so we've nearly finished the second headland, and I have sent the JCB, you can just about see it straight ahead of us. I've sent the telehandler back towards the farm so that we can actually get some TMR made, because I keep saying at the start of every episode, we're going to get some made, we're going to get it made, and we always run out of time, and I fear that we are going to run out of time if we don't do it first before we start the sugar beet harvest. So that is on its way back. We will get the straw trailer brought over. I say straw trailer, there's a trailer with some straw bales on, I believe. We'll get that brought over and we can then quickly make some. Hopefully we don't need the additive. If we do, then we are going to have to quickly get that. I'm not sure if we can get that delivered by the store or whether we're going to have to go and get it, but either way we can do that quickly. We'll just have to get this headland pass done so that we can start this off on the worker, and it's literally just straight down here and we can get it going. I don't know why it's keeping the lines turned on. I didn't think it was a mod that turned them off while you were driving, but I did try clicking the lines off and it just turned them off permanently. So I'm guessing it's a mod, and I'm guessing I've just not got it activated. So I do apologise about the green line. Oh, the worker has apparently made it, so they should be just down there somewhere. We will have done about 30% of this contract. But this is really going to bring some good money in. We might, hopefully we'll be able to start the sugar beet contract, but that might be a next episode job to get that finished. There we go. So, AI worker, 2 headlands, don't work the headlands, go. And then we can find the telehandler. Oops. Unfold the pallet, folks, because we are going to need that. And we've got 3 bales straight away that we can load straight in. I don't know how many this is actually going to take. So we are going to have a bit of a trial and error with this. Because I don't want to get the wrong amount. There we go, so we can now see the bale. We now can't see the bale. Oh, the hay is going in. So to start with, I think we're going to do 1 hay bale, 1 straw bale, and 1 scoop of silage. So what have I got? Yeah, there is a bale trailer. I'm gonna have to use this, so let's quickly get this unfolded. And actually we can spin this and put it there. Didn't really want to use the articulated JCB. So I'm hoping that this is going to make a good amount of TMR, but I don't know, which is why we're just going to start off small with 1 of each. At least it looks like it's going to work though. We've got plenty of hay bales if we need them. And our silage bucket is just over there. So I'm just going to park this here. Take those straps off. And oops. Bring this in. There we go. And we are perfectly in line. So we'll drop this in. Take the pallet forks off. There we go. That's now off. Oh, no, lifting. That can go there. And it's stuck, so that's better. How is this looking? Oh, it tells me the weight. Okay. It says it's got forage in it at the moment. Oh, there we go. Perfect. We can actually see the amount. So yeah, the hay is fine. The straw is too much, and there's obviously no silage. So let's grab this. So we know it's 1 bale of hay, which is good to know. We've got lots of that. And it looks like we can get away with no additive to start with. We will be getting the additive, but not just yet. So, is it where's uncover? Open silo there. So let's make sure we get some silage. Like that. And then if I get close, let's just see, are we over it? Yes, okay. So this should now okay, so it's going to be another bucket. There's a lot of trial and error with this, but we are getting there. That's bucket number 2. We're just going to try. I think we can get away with a 3rd bucket. We've got to get that straw down, so it's going to be, I think, a 3rd bucket of silage and possibly another hay bale. The bucket is not behaving. There we go. So, is this going to do it? I think a hay bale, or do we go for more silage? Let's go for more silage. I don't know how full it is, but I'm hoping that 1 more silage is going to be more than enough. I think what we probably will do is possibly 2.5 buckets of silage, 2 hay bales, and then the rest straw. Okay, we are so close, so we will put more hay in now. So let's drop the bucket there. Let's come back into the cab so we can see. Lower that down. Now, which I think this is the hay bale we want. Try and stab it like that. There we go. So if I now come back to here. Oh, just. Okay, that is brilliant. So I will need to pull it away from the wall slightly. But let's turn this off there. We've got total mixed ration 30,000 litres. So where is our trailer? I think it's still away, so it's not going to let me use that. Let's turn this engine off. Oh, that wasn't smart. I think we can save it. We'll leave the trailer there. We can always use the telehandler to push. Oh, we're facing the wrong way. Turn around before we crash. There we go. Yeah, we can always use the telehandler to pull the back a bit down. So let's grab our trailer, and to end the episode we will deliver a full load of TMR finally to both the cows and the buffalo, if we can get into the shed. I can get into the shed now, I just can't line up to the trailer. This is... what is going on? Right, there we go. That's better. I'm more in line. Perfect. We have a trailer. We've finally acquired the trailer. So I'm now hoping that these sides fit under the pipe, otherwise we're going to have to quickly remove them. They should be okay, and I've just realised that we're going to squeeze past this trailer because I did not think this through. Let's see if I can okay, what we'll do is grab the telehandler, put some weight on the back of the trailer so that we can connect onto it. There we go. And push the trailer out of the way with the front of the case. There we go. We can chuck the straps back on. Oh, I think I've just strapped the... yeah, so let's remove that and... oh, perfect. I thought we strapped them. So let's just park this here, engine off. This is quite tricky. I think that'll be okay there. We're going to have to use the telehandler. Oh no, I think it's balanced itself. Right. We will fit. We just need to get into a better angle. This is really difficult. Let's push that bale out of the way. There we go. Oh wow. Okay, so we won't do a full load for each. I think we take it... which, actually, let's check which don't have food or which have least food. So the buffalo have meadow grass, which is 40% of value to them, whereas these cows don't have anything. So that has answered that question. The cows are getting the first load of TMR. So let's pull in here. That unloaded so quickly. Oh, we've got even more hay bales in here as well. Perfect. There we go. So, TMR unloading. That is amazing. Oh, we are hitting the roof. Let's lower it back down. Pull it forwards. I've just got to do this slowly now. Oh, it's full. We've only got 500 litres, but that's perfect. So the cows now have plenty of TMR. So that's brilliant. So we're going to end the episode there for today. As always, thank you very much for watching. I really do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, it would mean a lot if you could hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. And hopefully we'll see you back here for the next episode. Thanks again for watching, and bye for now.